Well, if you're looking for a live stream from Las Vegas, oh my God. Sometimes I make choices. A little shop talk from TrickSupply. Greetings, salutations to the kindred spirits. Happy Saturday, y'all. It's 10 a.m. here in Las Vegas. We do it every week at this time, 1 p.m. Eastern. Shout out to my East Coast homies. And hey, hope everyone is buckled up for WrestleMania weekend. That's right. It's in town this week, live from Las Vegas, WrestleMania. I know I got some kindred spirits out there that'll be tuning into the big show. It is our kindred art form, you know. These grown men pretending to do impossible things, asking their audience to suspend their disbelief with music and costumes, and maybe I'm the nerdiest one in the room right now. I don't know. Where's my wrestling fans at? Holla. Who's winning tonight, Cody or Randy? What do you think? Yes. Well, look at all the friendlies. Hey, Jim, you going to WrestleMania? If you got an extra ticket, let me know. Good morning, double face. What is that? What's happening? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Everyone's on the West Coast, I guess. I don't think Gary is. What's up, Gary Powers? Hey, Gary, I found a box of shirts with cats on them. I got one for you. Remind me. I'm going to send you one to his house. All right, so I felt like this last few weeks. I've been swinging a bunch of products at the screen, telling you what's good. That's kind of my job. You know, we have to sell stuff so I can do this. I'm going to do some of that today, but I thought it might be fun just to talk about what's been going on at the shop and maybe get some feedback from you guys. If there's something you'd like me to talk about today, I'm here for you. We'll be looking for some questions and comments, constructive criticism. And let me start with the first thing I pulled out here as I do a little story time. We're going to talk about some of the luminaries that were in the shop today. This item was inspired by no less than the coolest magician on the planet. This Monday, I was he's been in here a couple times. Always happy to see the coolest magician on the planet. We're talking about Rudy Kobe. And I feel like Rudy Kobe might not be a name that some of y'all are familiar with if you're part of the newer breed, but I would suggest it's worth your time to learn more about Rudy. You can go to YouTube and check out some of the really innovative magic specials that he did back in the late 90s with his Lab Man character. Truly groundbreaking stuff. He's still very much active today. He performs in Las Vegas often. He's at the Magic Castle. I think he lives like a block from the Magic Castle, so he's there all the time and very involved in that scene. And this week he was excited to see some chattering teeth in the shop, and I pointed him in the direction of the Louis Fox remote control chattering teeth. Those have proven to be quite popular in our store and sell out just about as fast as we get them in. I know Louis is on the road right now. What's up, Louis? Hope you're having a good tour out there doing your thing. I'm sure we'll have some of those back in stock soon, but for now, Rudy got the last one. And thank you, Rudy Kobe. Good to see you always. All right, for the rest of the stream, by request, we'll be going into detail about photosynthesis. I can't even say that word. Sorry, Nick. We won't be doing that. All right. So that was Monday for me, and also good to see Anna Rose. They were both in together, Rudy and Anna. What a little power couple there. And you know what we'll do? Let's talk about Tuesday. I'm gonna go over here to our Facebook channel. I know some of y'all are tuning in live from Facebook. What's up, Facebook? If you haven't followed us on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or YouTube, it's all at TrickSupply. Put the @ symbol in there. Give us a follow. This video we're about to look at was filmed by the Magic Crasher, David Bonfadini. David's rolling with the Matt Franco crew these days. PAS Magic. Matt Franco, they're filming banger videos on social media. We'll look at their channel maybe for just a second. Let's take a look at the clip that David filmed. This is the Bifrost blade.
What is this
back
thing,
in stock from
the Bifrost blade? It's a cool prop from Retro Rocketeers.
Okay.
A ring, a tube of mystery, the ring box which houses the ring.
Okay, that's cool ring.
The tube covers everything, and then the sword starts its way at the top of the box. We'll go right to the top here. Now watch as it works its way down to the bottom, through the top of the box, through the ring.
What the?
This is the mystery of the Bifrost blade.
Oh, and that's a real sword. Wow. What is this thing?
So yeah, always a good time when that crew comes in. PAS Magic over there killing it on the YouTube streets with 13 million followers. Let me see if I can bring up his, we'll stop that. David's doing pretty well for himself, like on all the platforms. The Magic Crasher is one of the original, one of the OG super social media stars. This is Pete's channel. Pete Sarino. Is that how you pronounce your name, Pete? And by the way, Gino, what's up? I want to shout out to all the superstars. Gino got Pete started in Magic. That's his uncle. And most of you guys probably follow Pete already. Geez, he's got 13 million followers. I thought it might be fun to talk about, as we go through what these guys picked up while they're in the store. Pete is partial to organic magic, always looking for stuff like food, liquids. This is the choice that Pete made, see-through. Not even sure what this thing is. Let's hold on a second. Let's find out what see-through is together, shall we? I think we shall. Here we are on the Trick Supply website. Here's the see-through demo. Take a look. Wow. Little segue coming on here. All right, so that's what it is. It's a visual transition from a Coke bottle into a Sprite bottle. And it's also good for, oh, hello. I'm very good at making myself vanish these days. So that's it. It's a visual transition of a Coke bottle to a Sprite bottle. I can only imagine the creative ways those boys will put it to work. If you go look at David's channel or Pete's channel, you'll see they're getting together with Matt Franco on the regular. Let me get David's channel up here. And always happy to see when locals are going to see Matt Franco. Brad, you're in for a treat. It's one of my favorite magic shows that I've seen in this town. And let me be blunt. It's one of my favorite magic shows I've seen in my life. Yeah. As Gary says, nice on the Bitfrost blade. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention we have those back in stock in addition to the Divine Divide. You got our newsletter. You saw that this thing is back in stock this week. We import these from Australia, so get them while the getting's good. I think there's 4, maybe 4 or 5 in stock now. They sold out virtually overnight last time we had them in stock. So if you're a FOMO person, get on it. Boy, that's an understatement. They're super pros, Where was I? We're going to look at David's channel. Then we're going to talk about impressing chicks with magic. Forgive my chauvinistic attitude briefly. You'll see why momentarily. It's a lead in. There's David, the Magic Crasher, one of the most joyous souls I've had the pleasure of meeting in this city. He is joining the Matt Franco crew over there at the link and working backstage with Vinny and learning all the lighting and things that go into Las Vegas show. Exciting time to be David. Yeah. All right. Let's keep this let's keep this train on track. And where are we at now? We're moving on to Wednesday. Was there anything else I wanted to look at on our Facebook feed? I don't think so. We'll get back to that in just a second. There's one more thing. Wednesday, I had a visit by one of the more interesting celebrities that have visited the TrickSupply universe. And today we're talking about the pickup artist. Who remembers this show from VH1? The pickup artist. Eric, what can I pronounce Eric's last name? I don't know. Mystery best-selling author and ultimate pickup artist. Get this, who has the secret to wooing women. Magic is one of those secrets, of course. He'll guide this group of 8 lovable losers through the rough waters of romance and help them overcome their biggest fear of talking to women. Yes, indeed, the pickup artist. I would say this show is maybe far from being political correct in the modern age, but Brad knows. Peacocking. Eric rang me up earlier in the day. Hey, Doug, you got thread reels? I said, yeah, I got thread reels. He came in, he perused our selection. This is what Eric chose. We know who the OG in the house are. Eric picked up not 1, not 2, not 3, but 12. Eric won the record for most thread reels ever bought at once. The Thread Wizard. At $17, this is a great value option for an invisible thread reel. These are secret devices that make things float. This is the Bulldog clips. You can clip this thing in there and then get a little secret line. I don't know. Try not to say too much about secret stuff in here, but you guys need to know what you're getting into. You know, see what it is. I mean, let you know what it does. This was interesting from Eric. He says what he does is he triples up on these things. Like you can expect if you have a thread reel that when you use it, it's going to break. It happens. It's thread. So it's commonplace. Maybe you have a backup and then you can go to the second one if the first one breaks. That's good practice. And then Eric goes all out. And he has 3 of them. So he walks around with the triple thread wizard hooked up. As I talk about these things, like I often do, I've linked up all these products in the description of the video. So you can go like in the description of the video, click a link if you're interested in the products I'm talking about. I don't think I linked up this one, but if you're trying to woo women, you might also consider the smoke machine. This has been a hot product since its release about a year ago, and I continue to recommend it. This solution for producing puffs of smoke from your hand or any small place by Wow Miranda. Highly recommended. Recommended it now. Let me get some stuff here, some of the new stuff out. Eric says these days he does seminars. He's like doing small group intensive sessions, and he's like, whew, it's a lot. I know. It's like my kryptonite. And I'm half blind now, so I'll probably never do thread work again. I don't know. I like it, though. There's a lot you can do. Here we're looking at a few of the new things from the lovely house of Murphy's Magic. They put a few new things back on the market. And I'll tell you what I'm happy with Murphy's these days is it's not always the latest, greatest, shiny new thing. What they're doing is taking a spotlight, putting it on some of the killer older products. And you're looking at a couple of them here. Super Showdown by Nick Trost. I would suggest this is the best version ever of the classic 10-card poker deal, the Jonah poker deal. The demo on this on the website's over 3 minutes long. I feel you really got to watch the whole demo to appreciate what it is. If you're a gambling person or if you have an interest in the 10-card poker deal and haven't studied what Nick Trost is doing, this is an easy recommendation, $15. And now we get the Murphy's treatment with fancy tutorials and nice packaging. This is the one that gets my high recommendation this week from Max Maven, Shinkensan. This is a sleight of hand free method for making a mentally chosen card move from one packet into another. The packets are odd backed. So it's a red pack of 4 cards, red pack, blue pack. You know what we could do? I think we could just look at someone do this instead of just talking about it. Let's go back to the TrickSupply website and see if we can get a nice demo of Shinkensan by Max Maven. Might want to skip the first part of this and go to about here. Let's go.
Astonishment for them. You begin by openly displaying 4 red-backed cards. They're counted slowly, cleanly, and placed into the hands of a spectator. No suspicious moves, no extra cards, just 4 cards held securely by your helper. Another spectator is shown a small packet of blue-backed cards. They merely think of any one. No forcing, no fishing. The choice is genuinely free and the cards never leave their sight. Both spectators hold their packets far apart, isolating the cards and eliminating any possibility of trickery, or so they think. Then, with impossible fairness and 0 sleight of hand on display, the thought of blue-back card vanishes from its packet, and impossibly, it reappears among the red-back cards the spectator has been holding from the start.
What was the card you were thinking of? 5 of spades.
No awkward handling, no complicated setup, just a crystal clear, jaw-dropping transposition that hits hard every single time. Practical, elegant.
Well, that seems pretty good. Shinkensan by one of the all-time goats, Max Maven. Also, I'm going to briefly mention this, which virtually sold out overnight from Murphy's. We have 1 copy in stock. If you've been looking for magic markers, you better order it immediately because me doing this means it's going to sell out in 1 minute. That's all I'm going to say about that. All right, speaking of card tricks, about time I do one. It's in my contract, you know. I'm supposed to do at least one card trick per live stream. I'm going to feature some material from this man. As we create the illusion of clumsiness. If I'm good at anything in this world, let me tell you, I'm very good at dropping stuff. We'll set that there for now. Whew. That was a close one. All right, what do I got here? What do I got? A couple books from, I don't know, this guy might be flying under your radar, and that's kind of why I picked these volumes from Jim Swain. If you like card tricks, you might not know about Jim if you haven't looked around for the last, I don't know, 15 years. But let me tell you, the material in these books, and going kind of a little bit gambling centric, but also magic sleight of hand, exceptional and pretty good value. I think it's not even $50 for these books. By modern standards, you get a new book, they're going to cost you like $60, $80. So, and then also here's one I just randomly found when I was looking up the other books from Jim Swain. This is his fiction book, Grift Sense. 4 Queens, that's Vegas, baby. So this is Jim's book, I guess, Tony Valentine. Everybody cheated, at least everybody Tony Valentine had ever known. They cheated on their taxes, on their spouses. Oh, anyway, this is what they call it a noir style novel. If you're into magic fiction, maybe that'll interest you. This should interest you. By gum, it's my 3rd favorite packet trick. When you hire Doug Kahn for walk-around stand-up magic, there's a good chance I'll bring this thing out of my pocket. I keep a 3-card Monty in there, which we won't talk about today. And then I keep these 4 cards as an observation test to not necessarily challenge my audience, but just kind of get them in tune to the magic I'm about to show them. I don't know if you can tell that one of these 4 queens is not like the others. One of them does not belong. Can you tell which one? I'll give you a hint. It's one of the red ones. If you're guessing, if you're thinking Queen of Hearts, it's a very good choice. Let me show you. The cards, and here I just have a spectator name one of the queens. Whichever one they name would have an odd back. In this case, this one has no back at all, and that is the Queen of Hearts. Now suppose, just suppose, your spectator had said the Queen of Diamonds. Well, that's fine too. You got to give it one of these and one of those. And now you'll see all the cards are the same except for this brightly colored Jerry's Nugget Queen of Diamonds. So they could pick the hearts, they could pick the diamonds. They could also pick a black one. You could pick the spades. It's not my favorite one because, oh yeah, you got to do this and that. The spade is actually a red-backed bicycle. So the change, the transformation of the Queen of Spades is not quite as dramatic. The only one that's really problematic is the Queen of Clubs, and that's because it has a blue back. So if someone chooses the Queen of Clubs, well, for that card, what you have to do is change the collection. So now you have a few red back cards, and then the only single blue back card is the freely chosen Queen of Clubs. And if you're not sure what to do, you give it the whoop-de-doo, a little snap, a little rigamaroo, and now we have one card that has a yellow back. One is a blank back. That one is red. That one is blue. You can't get any more different than that. And this is the mystery of Jim Swain's Capitulating Queens. Capitulating Queens. What a great trick. It instantly resets. It involves the spectator. They get to pick cards that transform. It's a nonstop kind of eye candy. And if you can do an Elmsley count and a double lift, you can do that routine. You can buy that trick on the market. I think Marietta sells it. It's like $25 for the packet trick. I'm going to suggest spending $50 on this book is the way to go. You'll also get Jim's advanced handling for a finale for the routine. So there, the contractual obligation has been met. Card tricks have been performed, and we can go back to story time. I don't make the rules. I'm just here. Don't kill the messenger. You know what, Marty? I was thinking the same thing. In fact, I was in the shower this morning thinking about what am I going to do on the stream? And I was like, that was Larry Jennings' favorite packet trick. For commercial work, it's hard to beat, I just said why. Look, Nick, I'm spreading around here. I got something for you next. Nick doesn't want to work hard. This is for Nick. Let's go back to our Facebook page, and we're on Thursday now. Look who I was greeted by Thursday. Bizarro in the house. One of the coolest cats in Magic, one of the top tier professionals in this city. You can see him every weekend at the Magician's Room is what they call it over there at the Link Promenade. Throwing down with the late night magic crew. You could have also seen them last Thursday with yours truly at the Wonderground. That's over now. Wonderground. It's a fever dream over there. I think I talk about that enough. We don't have to talk about it anymore. Let's talk a little bit more about Bizarro and he's got going on. I think we'll go back to YouTube for that. And here we are at Bizarro's YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed to Bizarro Galore, why not? He's one of the most creative magicians living. And we're going to show that right now. Let's get into his channel. I want to take a look at one of his demos. This is an oldie but a goodie. Going to scroll. Oh, so much goodness on here. There's what I'm looking for. This guy right here. Let's go.
So as you can see, I go back and forth. That's right, side to side, back and forth, back and forth, back side to side. Let's start advertising. It makes a real money.
Well, it's not coming soon anymore. It's here today. We picked up a handful of these from Bizarro, often imitated, sometimes duplicated. These are the best ones. Bizarro's color changing Spongeball. I think it's worth noting there's options for this product on the market. The ones in this package, handcrafted by Bizarro himself. He says the ones that Murphy's manufactures are a little bit subpar, but I would suggest they might even both work well in conjunction. I think Bizarro and Murphy's came to a kind of a happy agreement, or a reasonable agreement, that we could coexist. And these are red to black. So it's a red Spongeball and a black Spongeball. And then Bizarro's are red and yellow. I'm happy to have some of these in the shop. And as you just saw by the demo, I think maybe you'd be happy to have some of them in your universe. But yeah, right? Yes, please. They're about $15. You can find them. It is killer in the link in the description of our video experience today. And you know, as good as that is, I got one that I like gooder. Let's see if we can find, we'll go back a notch. This is how we do it. And no joke, y'all. Go watch all of Bizarro's stuff. Here we go.
Well, I don't know why I came here tonight. I got the feeling that something ain't right. I'm so scared in case I fall off my chair.
Okay, that's just wrong.
And I'm wondering how I'll get down the stairs.
Look who it is. It's Grindel.
To the left of me, jokers to the right.
Chris
Here
Cromartie.
I am, stuck in the middle with you.
He's an old busker from Las Vegas.
And I'm wondering what it is I should do. It's so hard to keep the smile from my face. Losing control, yeah, I'm all over the place. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. When you started out with nothing and you're proud that you're a self-made man. And your family all come crawling, slap you on my back and say, please.
Oh my, Bizarro with his choices. Here we go. Weirdo.
Trying to make some sense of it all, but I can see it makes no sense at all. Is it cool to go?
What will you do with it? Man, and that's about 15 years ago. How cool was that video demo compared to some of the things that are coming out in the modern world? Tim, I like how you think, sir. I've been thinking about sugar bunnies lately. Let me show you what I've been thinking about with these guys. This is our V1 prototype. How about baby sugar bunnies? I think these could be just a little bit bigger. What I'm envisioning here is that we do regular sugar bunny. I really didn't plan on talking about sugar bunnies today. These just happened to be on my desk. I asked the guy who makes these things if he could make some little ones because I want to kind of do a family routine. Produce the regular sugar bunny, split it into two, and then we make babies. So it's kind of like a classic multiplying bunny routine. And then I started thinking, boy, if you got multiple big sugar bunnies, and you can do that with our refill packs, we have them on the website. You could do like 2 in the hand, 1 in the pocket. You could do like maybe a matrix routine where several of them hop around the table, bunnies across. I think there's lots of options for using more than 1 sugar bunny. Yeah, that was Non-Toxic by Bizarro. I'm getting squirreled and off track there. Non-Toxic, eat some glue. Yeah, what will you come up with? I guess that's the question. And yeah, go see Bizarro down at the Magician's Room in the link promenade. That's what happened this week. Anything else? Let's go back over here to our Facebook page, see if there's anything else I want to focus on from that universe, and I'll peek behind me and see what I missed grabbing. Bizarro in the house. We've got our e-blast up here. If you haven't subscribed to the Trick Supply newsletter, why not? Go click on the link in our Facebook page and you can stay up to date with the latest sales and goodies we have in the shop. Here's a nice 4-in-1 Morgan replica. This is actually an astounding shell set for $25. If you've been looking to do something like an explode. Oh, we're not scrolling. All right, skip it. Yep. I clicked the thing. It didn't go to the email blast. Go click it. Y'all can look at it yourself. Lots of good stuff in there. I'm starting to tune my attention to the chat. Always happy to field any questions, comments, constructive criticism. What would you guys like to talk about today? I figured if you didn't want to talk about much, I got some old stock I'm putting up. We could talk about some of those things as well. Whoops. Nice. Jim consumes the glue in the middle of the show and says that's what holds the glue together. Yeah, Bizarro, like everything he puts out is good. His recent release, his newest thing, foiled again, is really a sweet package. The chocolate coin bit where you can take any coin and turn it into a chocolate coin. That's a full-on kit for making that happen with any coin in the universe. Nick has rabbits, real ones. What can you do with them? I'm partial to rabbit stew. You're asking a close-up card guy what you do with real rabbits? I think maybe a good choice, like one that's hard to go wrong with, is a nice big production drawer box. That'll keep your bunny happy, not too sad. There's some nice wagon-style circus wagon drawer boxes that might be a good way to produce one. Of course, you could go back to the Tarbell Course of Magic, dig into how to produce rabbits from hats and stuff. They'll have some of that news. Tips on the up the ladder cut, huh? I'm partial to the Vernon handling. Do I have a deck of cards on my desk? Here's the tips. Practice. If you can find the Die Vernon handling, I just reread it in a Tom Gagnon book, but I think the first place I got into it was his the Vernon Chronicles, which if you're a studious student of sleight of hand, you should have the Vernon Chronicles. I got a couple of them on the bookshelf here. Come in the store. I'm here 11 to 6. Pick them up. If you need questions, you can call me on the phone. I answer the phone here most days. I won't be answering the phone tomorrow. There will be humans in the building tomorrow, but not as actively demonstrating as yours truly. Doug's getting a day off. Everything's in Tarbell. Do you really produce hats from rabbits? No one does the classic rabbit from Top Hat. You know what? That is not a bad idea. If you're going to produce a rabbit, figure out how to get it in the hat. I think people would love to see that. I've never really performed this. I guess when I have done it a few times, it's in the midst of the card to mouth we're talking about. It's in the midst of an ambitious card routine, essentially switching out the top card of the deck in an out jog situation. And while they push the out jog card in, I would sneak the card into the mouth. A common way to do it is to use the Mercury card fold. So you have the sign card on the bottom, do the Mercury card fold, put the whole deck in your mouth. And as you do so, you put the Mercury card folded card in your mouth. Do some false productions. And I've seen quite a few street magicians use that to good effect. See? It's been verified. It's all in Tarbell. I'm curious, does anyone here produce rabbits? If you produce a rabbit, holla. Let us know. Yes, it's that. It's the jokers that taste funny. It's not the cards. It's only the jokers. Yeah, Richard released 30 Seconds to Stun like later last year. I've kind of forgotten about that routine. I need to kind of go back to it. I think they sold out of those pretty quick. Sounds like you'd get along really well with Bizarro, who doesn't go to sleep until daylight. Spring rabbit, huh? Yeah. We have some of those in the back. The old Magic Master spring rabbits. Okay, the up the ladder cut is probably not in Tarbell. I'd suggest you could start that journey in expert card technique with some of his tabled handlings. There's a couple good ones in there. I believe the first place the up the ladder cut was published is in expert card technique. And maybe Charlie Miller put it in there. Charlie Miller put it in there. And the Burning Chronicles again. If you have Tom Gagnon's Inner Sanctum, that's where I was just looking at it. Or if we offer that book. Really a great book, Inner Sanctum. Hey, speaking of card guys and, fancy card stuff, let's say hello and goodbye to someone who's been helping me here in Trick Supply the last couple months. Reed Nussbaum. He was in the shop yesterday. In from New York. Former Tannen's employee. And quite the fisherman, apparently. Reed Nussbaum is one of the fastest rising stars in Magic, and for good reason. Considered a generational sleight of hand talent with entertainment as a priority. The experience Reed provides is second to none. Reed is a very funny fellow, and let me suggest one of the best young lions with a deck of cards. If you'd like to see Reed throw down, you need to point your radar to the Bellagio, the Mayfair Supper Club. You will also need to bring a lot of money. Reportedly, this event is quite pricey. You go eat some super nice foods. How much is the food? It's so expensive, the prices aren't on the menu. You want some hot and sour lobster? Tomato salad? The good news is when you're here, you'll get entertainment from fine practitioners of variety arts like Reed Nussbaum. It's a stage experience. It's a close-up experience. It's an interactive experience. It's another magical thing in Las Vegas. Best wishes to Reed. He's out there with Jacob. There's other magicians in that room and then a bunch of circus acts as well. By gum, I think I just said that. Oh, I mean, a couple of $20, probably. Yeah, Jeff teaches we're talking about Jeff McBride. I'll flex just a little bit here. Let me go back to our Facebook page and look where I was yesterday. after the Wonderground on Thursday, and you can go see some highlights from Wonderground on my Facebook page. We all got together at Mr. McBride's house for a little post-Wonderground soiree, and here we are in the Magic and Mystery School in Las Vegas. My understanding is Jeff's about to have a master class this week. This is where he invites 6 hardcore students into Sin City to sit with him for 7 days. I shared this website last week. I'm going to share it again because I think any modern student should be knowledgeable about its existence. We're talking about the Magic and Mystery School. This is magicalwisdom.com. This is where you can learn about the classes that Jeff is hosting and some of the special events that go on in this space, including a live weekly experience from the Mystery School. I think they zoom it out onto the internet. Go poke around magicalwisdom.com and tell Jeff Doug Kahn said hi. And if you'd like to see Jeff, if you'd like to see me, I've said it before, I'll say it again. It's every 3rd Thursday at the Olive. We swing our bats at the Wonderground. Question, have I been out to see the Penn and Teller 50 Years show? I haven't been to see the Penn and Teller show yet. I actually saw them about, 6 or 8 months right before I moved to Las Vegas in Biloxi. I saw their theater show on tour. So I haven't been rushing out to see their show yet. I'll get there. We'll talk about it after that happens. Yeah, that sounds about right. I said it in my Facebook post. It's one of the most magical places on the planet. It's nothing short of jaw dropping. All right, y'all, I got about a few minutes before I got to go get the doors open and provide magical services to muggles, professionals, looky-loos, amateurs, hobbyists, semi-pros. I'm here for all of you. My favorite thing is when we get the noobs in with their families. The moms and the dads come in with their kids. They support the art. Nothing makes me happier than when that happens, to see an opportunity for a young mind to find this craft in a deeper fashion than maybe the internet provides. Getting someone in here to see what it really looks like in real time versus fancy internet magic demos. Speaking of fancy internet magic demos, let's do one more trick before we wrap up this stream here. I said I was putting up some old stock today. I'll be putting these up after we get off stream. These are bigger Gazinta boxes. These seem pretty desirable for $17.50. We got some stock in from D. Robbins this week. This is one of the cherry items. And then I opened up these, and this just looks like a bundle of fun for what can't be too much more money. Let me address some unsolicited testimony first. Very happy to hear this. We talked about the Divine Divide earlier, and just briefly, I kind of focused on this prop a few weeks ago, so I didn't want to spend too much time on it, but super happy to hear that you're happy with it. And more happy customers. Great. Yay. And a question from Nick, have we thought about doing a Trick Supply classes? Yes. Wolfgang and I talk about it on the regular. It will happen. We just still trying to wrap our head around. It's mainly a space issue at this point. We're working on that actively. Stay tuned. Yeah, I'd suggest if you want to visit Jeff's library, you're gonna pony up the student fee and get in there. You can do it as a part of a group. He has like smaller sessions, and then he also hosts private lessons. You'll spend a few bucks, but I might suggest it's worth it. He knows stuff. Jim, what remote confetti launchers do you carry? This might be a better question for an email. I don't have that right off the top of my head. Anytime you guys have questions, out there, send me an email. Wolfgang fields them. He'll answer you, or I'll give my 2 cents if I get the chance. And that's a good way to get stuff. Sorry, I don't have an exact answer for you there. I know we have a few on site and a few, so I just can't. The problem for me in getting that information immediately is I need the exact name for the product. So that takes a few minutes, ideally. Yeah, we're talking about different options, maybe even returning to some online education for trick supply enthusiasts. All right, where was I? I wanted to show you this thing. The best thing for $7 in the store. Old school. Okay, it's $7.50. Color changing paddles. Probably don't need the magnet. You get 2 of them. I'd suggest that with these, you could see spots before your eyes. So you get 1 in white, 1 in black. That's the black one on this side. If I wanted the black one on this side, I just give it the shake like this, and look, they change places. So the white one goes where the black one was, and then the black one goes where the white one used to be. I'm going to do that again, even though nobody asked. So watch the white one as it goes where the black one was, and then the black one goes where the white one used to be. It's the color changing paddles. So they do change from black to white. I can also change them both to black if I rub the spots. More interesting perhaps than that is if I give it a shake, this one changes to green. Not even sure how that works. But if I rub this one, it'll change to yellow, and I'm not even sure how that works. And if I shake them both, this one turns to red, and this one turns to blue. Maybe I could turn this one to green and that one to yellow. And I totally made all of that up off the top of my head. That's like the 3rd time I've ever swung a color changing paddle. If you're looking for a good, inexpensive mystery, find them on our website for $7.50. The most fun you can have with paddle magic without breaking the bank. Whee! Comment of the day. I was thinking, you know what? As I was thinking about these paddles, I thought using this technology, but maybe making it a little bit nicer, making it square, and having an eye exam on the back would be a killer modern product. I wish I had 3 clones so I can get all the cool stuff I wanted to done. This feels like a plastic. It's a molded plastic. Some of this is metal because it has to be. It's a magnet. Are these metal? Nah, that's plastic. So the inner sanctum is metal. Yeah, I mean, they're nice enough for $7.50. You know what I mean? It's not like you're, yeah. The money paddle, that's a banger. Look, Scott. And by the way, Scott, what's up? We're here to bring the value. I'm not a gatekeeper, man. I'm here to share. I'm a giver. You know what I mean? You could be a giver too. Everyone, you could give a like to the stream if you've enjoyed the time here today. It's easy to just click the live button. Any comments on the stream are helpful. Lets the algorithm know we're engaged with our audience. So if you're watching this after the stream, you could say, hey, good job. We appreciate what you do. You can leave a constructive criticism. Let me know what I could do better or how I could help you. If you have a question after the stream, I do go back to the comments on a regular basis. And despite what Scott wants, I'd be happy to give you my good ideas. If you're into the archaic method of phone calls, I answer the phone here. You can do that. And like we said earlier, sales@tricksupply.com. Y'all, can we please support the cause? Thank you. It's an easy ask. All right, y'all, I'm headed down the runway, coming in for a landing. That's the smart way to go about it. If you got any other questions, now's the time to get them in. I should mention last week I said we were going to do an Alakazam stream. I'm still going to do that, but I'm waiting on a little more stock to come in. The stuff is so good, I'm selling out of it quickly. So we're going to order a beefy order, and when that thing comes in, I'll tell you some more about some of really legit, some of my new favorite Magic. Man, those guys are killing it over there. I'll look forward to sharing more of that with you. Yeah, I've kind of talked about that before. Maybe one day I'll get some of that info back up on YouTube. As I'm thinking about wrapping up, I didn't even get to my old stuff. Wolfgang's been over there filling the bargain bin all week. When Reed came in the shop, but also Jacob, I forgot Jacob's last name, also at the Mayfair, and they were with Nick DeFott. Definitely one of my favorite minds in Magic in general and in Las Vegas for sure. Nick always heads to the bargain bin to find some goodies. These are just randos. I just literally grabbed right off the side pile from this morning. So these are for in-store purchase only, but this is why you come in a Magic store. I don't even know what a Meteor paddle is, but for $12, that sounds pretty good. Scotch and Soda from Sterling Magic. It's a metal bang ring, $15. It's a nice metal bang ring, Scotch and Soda from Sterling for $15. Keys to Bald Plate, $38. I know I've had people ask for this trick. It's kind of hard to find these days, if I'm not mistaken. If you want one, I got it for you for $38. Cigarette through or pencil through a $50, $7. Needs a rubber band and glue. So there's a little DIY. You want something like that in your world. French postcards, adult. Hey, Grant Freeman, you out there? Grant Freeman, this one's for you. French postcards, adult. Oh, speaking of adult tricks, Jeremy Jackson purchased Matthew Wright's, it's called Noble Virtues. I didn't know what this thing was. He came in, he's like, oh, you guys got Noble Virtues. Give me that. I've been looking for it. This trick is PG-13 in the rated R realm. If this is your ballpark of having risque things, go look at Noble Virtues from Matthew Wright. It's on the TrickSupply website. Yeah, heavy self. Anyway, just random things off our bargain bin. We've got hundreds of items for you to peruse. Hopefully I'll see some of you today. Hopefully I'll see some of the Magic and Mystery School students next week. Thank you, Dirk. Nice to be back. Every week, 10 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern. Thank you, John. Appreciate the positivity. Hopefully we'll have Alakazam next week. Might be another couple weeks. I don't know. Stay tuned to our Trick Supply page, all the social media at Trick Supply. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. We'll keep you abreast of what's happening. And that's going to be a wrap from Las Vegas this afternoon. What do we got? 8 hours for me till WrestleMania. Till then, we're doing Magic all day long. Come see some of it. I'll see you guys next week. Ciao, guys. Au revoir. And